Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my June book haul, all the books that I bought last month. And I will have two videos for these because I got a lot of books like last month and I don't like long videos. I don't like to watch long videos. I always, watch the first half and then 2 days later I watch the rest, but also because my laptop is really old and slow, and so I don't like editing a video takes forever. So yeah, I'd rather have short videos. So yeah, this is going to be my first half of June book haul, and I bought a lot of books because I discovered that there are free books Kindle store on the Kindle store. Like, I knew there were free ebooks, but I thought it was just like, special sales. But it's actually pretty common. There's a lot of free ebooks if you look for them. And so I got over 30 books on Kindle last month only. So yeah, I just hope, that I will like them. But let's start with the few books that I actually bought last month, and they are also the only physical books that I got. And these are books that I will be reading probably in October for Halloween. uh, so I do not like horror stories. I do not read. I do not watch horror movies. I I get scared very easily, and even if I can watch the movie, then I have nightmares, not for a day or two, but for like a couple of weeks. So I I stopped watching horror movies a long time ago because why do I have to do this to myself? And I don't really read horror books because I don't know. I never tried, to be honest, but I don't want to try and then have nightmares for 2 weeks. So I don't read scary books in October. I just read. I like to read books that are, they kind of have, like a Halloween theme, but they're not scary. And so I got these two, um, The Whispering Skull and The Hollow Boy, and these are books two and three, two and three. I forgot. Um, in the Lockwood and Co. series by Jonathan Stroud. And I read book one last year in October, so I really want to read books like the rest of the series, and I think it's 5 books. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is middle grade, so really not scary, but it's a bit creepy. Um, it's about ghost hunters. The main characters are ghost hunters, and I really liked book one. It was fun to read. It was pretty light, and even though it is middle grade, there was I thought the characters were pretty well written. Like, it was not just the classic middle grade characters. It was pretty good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading these two books in October. And the next one that I might read in October, I'm not sure because it's pretty big, is Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. And this is, as the title says, this is about witches. The main character is, she's a descendant of witches, but she doesn't want to use her powers. But like, she finds this book, and it's like a magic book or whatever, and unfortunately for her, she cannot run away from her powers and all the, you know witch stuff that happens. And yeah, I am really looking forward to reading this one. If it happens in October, that's good. Otherwise, it might be next year. But it sounds really interesting. So yeah, this is my other purchase of last month. Okay, next I'm going to have the ebooks that I purchased last month, even though they're for free. And I have some notes over there because there's a lot and I don't remember all of them. They're not, they're not very popular books that everybody knows what they are about. So yeah, I will be watching over there sometime. Um, yeah, so let's start. The first one I want to talk about is Traveler's Gate by Will White. So this is a pretty known author, I think, and he's more known for the Cradle series, but he also wrote this trilogy, and I found all three books for free last month. And yeah, this is basically about the main character, Simon. um, he his family is killed by these travelers who have mystic powers, and yeah, he decides to leave his village because he wants revenge. So yeah, it's a revenge story. Sounds pretty cool. I like Will White's Cradle. I only read the first two books and I like the second book a lot more, but I do like his writing style, so I think I would probably like this one. Next, I have A Dream of Fire by J.R. Rasmussen, I think. This is book one in the Dragon Queen trilogy or series, and it's about this mage who doesn't really have powers. His name is Griffin, and yeah, basically he cannot. I don't know if he cannot use his powers or he doesn't have powers. I'm not sure, but he can hear dragons, and he hears this warning. But unfortunately, because he doesn't have powers, nobody believes him. So he's the only one who can save the world because he's the only one who can hear the dragons. And I mean, I love dragons, so I really want to read more fantasy with dragons. So I think this is pretty good. And this is not going to be the first book with dragons that you'll see here. Like there's so many. And one of them is the next one, which is Rise of the Dragons by Morgan Rice. This is book one in the Kings and Sorcerers series. And um, okay, basically the main character is a woman this time, Kira, who wants to be a warrior, but her father has other plans for her. He wants to marry her off to some guy, and obviously she doesn't want to because she wants to be a warrior. So she decides to run away, and while she's running away, she finds a dragon who is injured, and she tries to save the dragon. And then more adventures happen, I'm sure. But yeah, again, dragons. Pretty sure I'm going to like it, but we never know. Next one that I want to talk about is I'm not sure I'm saying this right. The Color Tree by H.M. Clark. This is book one in the Way to Freedom series, and it's about the main character is her name is Kalina. She's the second born of her family, and in this world, second borns are they become indentured to the empire for 30 years. So basically, they have to do whatever the empire wants them to do. And so she has to do this. She has to be indentured to the empire, but after some time, she finds out she has some powers, and I'm I guess this is about like a rebellion. I think I'm not totally sure, but it sounds pretty cool, and I like this kind of stories. Like Mistborn kind of stories. So I think I will like it. Next one. Again, not sure if I'm saying it right. The Driscoll's Ward by Dave Villager. This is book 1 in the Knights of Aquinas series. This is about the main character, who pretty similar to the Dream of Fire. So his village is destroyed by monsters, and he has to leave the village. I don't know if he's the only survivor or not, but he has to leave the village to find out what happened, who are these monsters, who sent them, why they destroyed his village. So yeah, sounds pretty cool, and I think I really like the cover of this book, if I remember well. But I will see if I like it when I read it. Next on, I have Heart Scale by Lola Ford. This is book 1 in the Thunder of Dragons series. Dragons again. And we have, okay, basically we have the main character who saves a dragon who is injured, and then basically this dragon has some eggs, and she, I forgot, I guess she wants to protect the eggs, but she's injured, so she can't. So our main character will help, will travel, I guess, and help get her back to her eggs and protect them. So yeah, dragons. I said it before. There's going to be a lot of dragon books in this list. Next one that I have here is Secrets of the Elementals by Alexander Sutberg. I think this is middle grade. I'm not sure. Sounds like a middle grade, but is it's a portal fantasy. The main character follows this voice in the forest, and yeah, and she, I forgot, I think it's a he enters a new world, and he finds out that basically his parents came from this other world, and they travel back to his previous world, and then now he's back there. So he actually, I think his parents are still there, so he wants to find them. I'm not sure. I just took some notes. I didn't write the entire plot summary because it was too much for all books. But yeah, it sounds pretty interesting, and recently have been reading quite a few middle grade books. There's also the Ghost Hunters ones, and I really like them. It's a nice break from the big fantasy books that I read. So yeah, I just want to read more middle grade. Alright, so the last book for today is A Dagger in the Wind by Brendan Noble. This is book 1 in the Frostmarked Chronicles, and I think this is YA. I forgot. There was one that was YA, but I forgot if it's this one. Basically, the main character has some kind of weird experience at night. He's like his soul is his body, and he's just wandering around, and he can't come back until he wakes up, something like that. And then yeah, he wants to know why this is happening to him. So he gives a blood offering to the goddess of winter and death, and apparently this is a really bad thing. And there's a lot of mythology in this one. I think it's Slavic mythology, so I thought it was really interesting. I never really read this kind of fantasy before, so I'm interested to see if I will like it or not. So that is all for today. I will be talking about the rest of the books that I bought in my next video, but I hope you enjoyed this very short book haul. Let me know in the comments if you might be interested in reading any of these books. I think some of them might be good. I'm really curious about some of them. Others I bought more because A, dragon, B, the cover. But yeah, I'm interested to see if I will like them. I don't think I'll be able to read any of them this year because my TBR is pretty big at the moment, but it will happen one day in the future. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, probably with my second whole video, but it might be a review because I really want to do some reviews next, so I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.